Burkina Faso is set to build its first national gold refinery. Its leader, Ibrahim Traore, has laid the foundation of this first national gold refinery recently in the country. Hello, I am Mahlet Ayele, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest from the continent and particularly from the Sahel region. So stay with me and I will update you briefly what this means. So the question we are going to look at is that what does this mean for the country? What kind of benefits it will bring, and where was it before it this raw gold exports were sent, and also in how long will it be ready in terms of production? Yeah, so please be a family to Connect Africa, and as we stream in, also share this video with your network. So the Burkina Faso president, Ibrahim Traore, laid the foundation stone of the national gold refinery, the first one recently, a couple of days ago. Now, this refinery will have the capacity of producing 150 tons of gold per day. And that means this is a 99.9, almost 100% of pure gold per year. Actually, this 150 tons is per year. And then if we calculate that per day, it will be a 400 kilogram of pure gold per day. Now, the first 22 carat of gold of this product is expected to be ready from now in 11 months. So according to its technicians. The minister of the mining ministers of Burkina Faso have shared a word on behalf of its leader Ibrahim Traore. So this is what he said. It will no longer be a question for the country of taking our gold abroad for refining, which was in South Africa and also in Switzerland. So now they are saying we will refine it locally, and we will now the country will now know the real value or the real content of the raw gold, that comes out of its own land, so, which is very important. And they are urging the local gold miners to use the refinery. So one of the impacts that it will bring, the positive impact to the country is that a lot of, because of this raw gold being sent from to outside for a refining purpose. Now there was a lot of looting, which is looted by the terrorists in the country. The terrorists that spilled over from Mali. Now it is all creating this chaos or problem, security problem in the Sahel region. All Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, they share a border. There's Chad, there is Mauritania, and there are others. So these are really problematic now. So Burkina Faso has also that problem. So a lot of that looted gold will go to financing the terrorists in the country or along the border. So that will be minimized. Now the country is also, the government is inviting SONASP, or otherwise known as the Société Nationale de Substances Précieuses, to multiply now the number of counters so that they can collect the gold from the local miners. In that way, there will not be outflow of these raw golds and being ending up in the hands of the terrorists, and then which will help them to finance the terrorists, which has already created in Burkina Faso a lot of days, around 17,000 civilian days, and also military displacement of about 2 million people. So it's not easy. So to be able to stop this will be a big thing for Burkina Faso. Now, another thing is its job creation. It will create a job of, direct 100 jobs for 100 people, but also for 5,000 indirect jobs. So it will not be only refinery. So this will also have a hotel complex that will have a stores or shop, a jewelry store where they can sell their jewelry, the product of their own, resourced from their own country, refined in their own country, and then selling it in their own stores, which will prevent importing that refined and processed jewelries from other countries, which they export the raw material or the raw gold, and then buying it in expensive prices. Now that will also be minimized. It's really great. Now this military leader, what we have to know is that also it's not only about being able to control your own territory, but also by cutting ties with the neo-colonizers and being able also taking in charge of your own natural resources. Those are the steps needed, not just be, powerful in military or security. Then you have to transform that, because one of the things that inspired these countries, the Sahel regions, to go through this revolution, what the Western media call a coup d'etat, is because of the continued economic colonization in their own country, not being able to use their own resources. So now this is how one has to translate it, step by step. Now, the decision to build a national gold refinery was taken by the council minister or in last April. Now, the aim is, of course, to capitalize on the country's mining potential, which is particularly the gold. Now, the gold is, of course, it's growing. You have to know that the export of Burkina Faso, out of the total export of the country, 77% is gold, and then followed by cotton, and then livestock and others. So much of the export, the country is really depending on this export. Now, being able to export not raw gold but a processed one is also, it will help them to set the price by themselves, not by other countries or the refining companies. This will really mean a lot for the country. So gold mining in a major contributor, which is for their national revenue. Just to give you some statistics, in 2021 it was around 430,960 billion of Central African franc or CFA. Now in 2022 this has grown by 16% to 540 billion 984 540.984 billion. So this is just the 2022 one. If we translate it to the US dollar, it's about 8.8 billion US dollars. So you can imagine they will be, I don't think they will need an aid if they can control, all these prices by themselves and avoid any looting of their natural resources or any foreign company interfering, just like what France was doing in these Western African countries by forcing them when they get the so-called independence, to sign that colonial pact, making France the first preference of buying the natural resources of these countries, and by a price set by France itself, regardless of what kind of price that natural resource have in the world market. Look at what it was doing. Now all this is in their own contract. This is what you can do once you remove, that foreign military from your territory, and you cut the ties, and you set, your terms and conditions, how you want to deal, how you want to be seen as equal partners in economically. Now, I just want to give you also another background of Burkina Faso. Recently, we also have updated you here. Watch here, in this video that I am attaching you here above the link. Burkina Faso has claimed has claimed or aimed for a bigger royalties in gold production. So what it has done is it has revised its mining code to enable it to take more in royalties during boom times of the gold production. The West African nation, meaning Burkina Faso, has increased the minimum royalty rate from for spot price above 1,500 an ounce to 6%. It was 5%. Now it has raised it to 6%. Now the government also said in a decree seen by Bloomberg. Now the rate will rise also 6.5% when it is the spot higher than when it is between 1,700 to 2,000 an ounce. So and it will be 7% for above $2,000. So you can see what royalty means and what does this mean, claiming or aiming for bigger royalties. Please watch the video where we attach you here, and also I will pin it in the comment section. So let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this move by Ibrahim Traore of the Burkina Faso, and also what lessons, what more the government needs to do, which countries has to follow in the steps of Burkina Faso. Let us know, share all your thoughts here in the comment section. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also to give it a like if you like the information that we bring you here. Please share the video to your network, to your family. If you want to help the channel or help us further, please go to the description section or in the pinned comment section where you can find our PayPal accounts. Thank you again, and I'll see you on the next one.